Welcome and thank you for participating, for joining. This webinar is focusing on mediCAD 3D shoulder to show you the 3D shoulder basically to do a preoperative planning and then the benefits of using the preoperative planning with mediCAD software. Right now, what you're seeing is the main home screen of the mediCAD 3D shoulder. Here, this is basically where you see your CT files. The software is definitely compatible with almost all PAC system. So all PAC system can be configured with the software to access the CT file directly from the PAC system. If there's no PAC system, there is a mediCAD has their own client system to basically access, CTs and X-ray. This software is compatible with CTs and X-ray, so you can access X-ray and do planning on X-ray with X-ray. Here on the top, you have your files where you can open a new planning, or you can load an existence plan. You can save as and so forth, right? And then start give you all these different icon that's on top right here and help. Basically, you have access to the menu. The menu is very easy to follow, step by step. And you're also able to request for help in the event that if you are working on a plan or something is happening, you can request for help directly with the team viewer. And then also you have all these other options here. To start planning, you just basically have to click new planning or just load a CT. I'm gonna load this CT here, this one. You just to select the CT. And once it's done loading, and then you just have to click start planning. The software can either automatically remove the table for you, and if there are tissues and so forth, it can clear all that out for you. You can set it on setting. Also, you can do it manually. You can also do it manually. You see the software automatically remove the tables. And if you click on the image here, remove table, you can automatically remove it or you can manually remove it. You can denoise it. And then there's also all these different actions right here. The work view, you have different options of work views of what you want to do, or I mean, how you want to see it. I like this current work view, this workflow. So you can change the workflow. And set it the way you want to, whichever is more comfortable. And then you also have some options here. On top here, this is interactive help. So in things you do, the software show you how to do it, and that will be displayed under the interactive help. And then your result, basically measurement, will be showcased where the result is. You have access to the CT here. So you're able to see the CT and go to different layer of the CT right here. You can basically see the CT 3D and different views by just clicking on the mouse and move it around. You can zoom and the mouse has your scroll. You just scroll up and scroll down to zoom in and zoom out. And then also if you hold both right and left click, it allows you to move the joint itself. Once you're ready, you just have to select which side of the anatomy. Go ahead, you click right click, and then once you select it, you can do automatic detection. The software will automatically detect all the landmarks. It will do the segmentation for you automatically. And then once the segmentation is done and the automatic landmark detection, it will allow you to make adjustment based on your expertise. So right now it's currently doing the segmentation. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. You can either go ahead and talk or you can just, type it in the chat. This software, make things a lot easier and faster and safer. You're able to see the joint much better and 360-degree versus if you're doing a preoperative planning or surgery planning and using just 2D, as you already know that you're not gonna be able to see everything. But With a 3D, you're able to see everything. So this is the actual patient shoulder. It basically used the CT to generate the 3D, so it's actually the patient shoulder. Here, it gives you options on the left side for the scapular, different option, anterior corner scapular point, and the trigeminal scapular point, and the glenoid. You can make adjustment. You just have to go through them. Anything that you see that's not correct, you can manually adjust it. You just have to go ahead and accept it if you are content with the landmarks detection. The software always will tell you that, make sure you view the measurement correctly, to make sure that everything was done correctly. But again, it gives you an option to accept it. So as you can see, all this measurement has already been done. And then on the right-hand side here, it shows you what the measurements are. You can do the glenoid bone loss detection. You can do more the hemo head. What I like to do is the hemo head thickness. And as you can see here, as I mentioned, on the top side, the software shows you how to do it also too. The software shows you how to do the measurement itself. And there's glenoid type. So based on your expertise, you can select select which type of the glenoid it is. I think this look like a type 1, if I'm not mistaken. Someone can correct me. And then once you're done with all the measurements, very easy. You can see there how fast it is. You just have to go ahead and select insert the implant, and you can see that it allows you to basically have the joint transparent. You can hide the glenoid, you can hide the humerus, and then also here, you just have to go ahead and add implant, and you select which manufacturers that you want to work with. Our company work with over 150 manufacturers, and then also not just we work with 150 manufacturers, but there's over 500,000 implants on our database, and then updated on a monthly basis automatically. And if your orthopedic if your company or you specifically like a specific manufacturer that you work with and you don't want to see all these other manufacturers, we can customize that for you, and then just you only able to see what you working with in your clinic. And then also you can create favorite also too. So normally when I do the presentation, I use Lima shoulder. So select the breastplate, metal black glenoid with connector, and then now the side. This seems to be a small shoulder. So normally I selected the small, right? And the next one, all the part has to be the same manufacturer. Module stem, reverse body. And the next one, I'll add the inlay and then the stem. And as you keep adding the template, add the information for you on the right hand side, the measurement for it. Module stem. And the last but not least, glenoid. with metal black connector, small. So now on the right hand side, as you adding the templates, it will unselect some of them for you. You just have to go ahead and select it. You can hide it at any time, hide or show it at any time on the here on the right hand side. So you can see the whole template. The humorous is hide, so I unhide it. Let me remove the transparency. Let me put it transparent because the recession has not been done. As you can see it here, and then also on the CT, you can see it here. With the CT, if you select the component, you can use this is the basically the angle. You can change the angle, you can move it different different direction to put it in the proper position if it is not seated correctly or if it is not positioned properly. You can use the CT to go to different slides to see every angle on it on the CT. And then also you can use, I guess, also the 3D also to move it around, zoom in and zoom out to see the component. Let me select the other part of the components. Okay. And as you can see, I think it's too high. On the bottom left, here you can manually insert the screw, or you can just click the arrow for automatic insert. It will insert the screw automatically for you. And the glenoid plate. As you can see, let me zoom in so you can see the screws a little bit better. Yeah, so automatically at the screw for you. Let me remove transparent and hide the humerus so you can see it. I don't think it's deep enough. Mm. Yeah, that looks much better into the bone. Okay. You can reposition it, use the software to reposition it, or you can reposition it manually by selecting each component and then going to the CT using the angle or just using the mouse. You basically left click to move it, as I mentioned. For recession, you can do the resection automatically, or you can do it manually. So this is what it looks like. It looks like the top right here need a little bit adjustment, and then the bottom a little bit adjustment. I'll adjust it afterward. But here shows you what it looks like, and then also to here for the recession, you just have to use this two line right here. You can move it to where you want to move it to do the recession. And then once you satisfy where you put your line for the recession is, you can go ahead and right click and hit apply, and then boom, the recession is done. Let's go back, exit. Okay, let's bring back the humerus, zoom out. So this is what it looks like. Basically, with the recession is done, the all the component is inserted. put it in transparent. And also you can exit. Once you exit here, you can basically do a simulation. You can do a flexion. Let's do -70 flexion. Stop, stop. Okay. -80. Let's see. So you can do a simulation of the component to see how the component is moving, just so give you a little bit more data, and then for you to be able to make more adjustment if more adjustment is needed. Oh no, this one is wrong. Let's do 25. So the software is definitely amazing in terms of preoperative planning to be able to, test out the component to make sure that to see if the component fit correctly. If it is the right, let me go back to implant. So like this one, for instance, the storms, the module storm, you can see that this is the size I selected 2080. You can see that I think this one is the right fit for this bone, where it's actually fit. I think the next side might be a little bit too big. Any questions so far, or any suggestions on what I did? I'm not an orthopedic surgeon, so of course. I'm just expert in the software itself. So yes, so this is the shoulder, I guess, preoperative planning software. Once once everything is done here, you can export the plan to your PAC system, or you can print it or save it as a PDF. Let me save it as a PDF so you can see what it looks like, what kind of information the plan itself has. This help because now you can use this plan to review it with your patient. So show the patient what's gonna happen, and then discuss it with your patient, and then also too for post-operative planning, you can use the preoperative planning to analyze with the post-operative planning. So with this is the plan. So you see that it has the plan report. Normally it will have it allows you to insert the patient information and then the doctor information who basically did the preoperative planning or operated on the patient. So it shows you a picture of the shoulder and then also the CT in the plan. And then it shows you all the components with the components information that you have already size in the patients, and then you know that this is the right size of the all the components are the correct sizes. So we'll be showing in there. And then you have your measurements informations on there too. And then also give you different angle of image of the CT and also of the 3D image itself. So it gives you a lot of data on the plan to make sure that you have a successful operations and for future purposes in terms of post-operative planning or analyze the information, and then also to legal too. It has to do with legal also. But this is normally very fast. This is something you can do like within 5 minutes, 7 minutes. The more you do it, the faster you get doing it, and then it allows you to do more planning and more operations, and then save you a lot of time because it's very fast and effective because a lot of the measurement is done automatically for you. Segmentation is done automatically for you. You just have to do minor adjustment. Again, this is the end of my presentation. I don't know if you guys, as I mentioned, do you have any questions, any suggestion, comments? If not, well, since nobody have any question, thank you for joining. This is basically with mediCAD. To have access to the software, you can reach out to me. Uh, my contact information is on my LinkedIn profile in case if you need to reach out and wants to have more information, or in case if you wants to see something else, like for instance, the hip, the knee, or the spine. So this is my email. If you have any question, you want to contact me, you can contact me directly with my email. I put it in the chat room. And again, you can also reach out to me on LinkedIn, or you can call. Phone number is 404 304 3182. Thank you for joining the webinar with mediCAD. mediCAD is the best preoperative planning, postoperative planning software in the market, as I mentioned, with over 500,000 implant in our database with over 150 manufacturers we work with and updated on a monthly basis. Thank you.